Hi friends, welcome back to my crafty desk. Sandra here at Blossom and Inspire, and we are working on some covers. Hopefully they'll actually be journals for this year, but we're working on some covers, some Christmassy covers for Christmas time. I forgot a couple of pieces that I needed to bring over here. I thought I had them, but anyhow, I want to choose paper and get it cut for the inserts on the journal covers that we're working on. The covers are still wet. I'm actually filming both of these videos in the same day. They were too long, so I'm breaking them apart, so it's still drying. But I do need the inserts that's going to go inside, and I know that I want to keep a little bit, an inch or so on there. And there's going to be another piece of tissue that goes on this. So these lines will be covered. They will be covered. So I'll just use this as the template for the outside, for the inserts. Goodness gracious, get it together, Sandra. Get it together. Now, if you remember, we did, this is going to be one of the covers. It's going to be this really cool, pretty paper. I just love it so much. It's funny how I said, oh, I don't think I want to use blue. There's actually blue in this. I just don't think it's the same blue. I'm going to use this as a cover, and this is going to be a cover paper. So I need to find something that matches or complements, works well with them inside here. Let's work on this one first. I have an idea with this stationery, just in case I can't find something. So these papers go in my stash over there, and I want to find something that's going to look good with this. I feel like these, they're not my favorite, so I'm not going to take that. This is just some old scrapbooking paper. I don't even know. Oh, it tells me right here, close to my heart. It's upside down, but it's close to my heart. This is very, very old. I don't even know what, does it even say what year? Always sidetracking, right? But I have to know. It doesn't say what year. This is just some red paper. I think it went with this pack. This is another one of my favorites. Just have a piece of it still. This kind of, but this is kind of, it's got the pink. Well, it's kind of a red. This is a possibility. I do like that one. This one's a bigger piece. It's got, the, what is that called? The pokey leaves that hurt. Holly, maybe it's holly. So those are possibilities. This one's a darker green. Whoops, I probably just clicked that. It's just, they're possibilities, and I think they might work within the journal itself. So I'm gonna pull these for that. I just don't think I want them as the journal cover. I don't know yet. This is red polka dots with blue. Gosh dang it. It's red with it looks like a light blue polka dot. That also looks okay with that. I'm going to put that over here. And then here's some of the graphic 45. This is the one I like. I really like that. But I've used it on the other journals. It does fit nice with that though, doesn't it? Okay, well I have to put it over there just in case. This one, not so much. This one, oh look, I've already used a piece of it right there. It's on the other side. Ooh, look at that, so pretty. I guess I should look at the other side of this one too. Not my favorite. It's fine. I think this would actually be fun to make like little envelopes with. Maybe we should do that. Maybe somebody can remind me, because I'm never gonna remember. Ooh, same thing with this one. I think this would be cute journal cards and envelopes. All right, I probably will just keep these out and use them because I've had these for forever. I believe I bought these. This is the, 2013 paper pack. 2013. Isn't that crazy? I've had them a long time. I've used them. This is all I have left of it. This is really pretty too. I've used a lot of this. I actually think I used some of this in those Stamperia Christmas paper pad things that I made some journals with. I gave the last ones out on my 10 junk journal giveaway. These ones, not so much. This is just random paper back here. I'm gonna put these back here. I'm gonna keep these out though with my Christmas paper. Yes, totally missed. I didn't even do a fall journal because I've been so involved with Halloween and then my trip. So I wanted to do those journals for my aunts and my cousins. So I kind of skipped fall journaling making. I hope that's okay with everybody. We can do it after Christmas or next year, whichever. So these papers, we already went through them on the last video, and they were not doing it for me with this color. Nothing in here. It's all muted. Not to say it's not going to look nice as journal cards inside the journal, but as for this paper, I wasn't filling it. But what if I came across this station? I have a bunch of Christmas stationery, and I need to go pull it all out. This is the one I seen. Is this the only one that's in here? No, there's other ones, but this is the one I seen. What if I used this? What if I just took this and I just glued it down to some cardstock, some, you know, lighter weight cardstock, not too crazy heavy, and then cut it and then sewn around it. That would be kind of pretty for the inside. I know this is white, but I can ink it, I can copy dye it, I can, I've got other colors. How many do I have to mess with? I only have 3 of these. So I have one practice one, and then I have the other two. The other two are what I'd have to use, right? So that's not a lot of playing room. I really do like them, but they would also make cool journal cards. I wish I had more of these. There's nothing on here that says I can't photocopy it. I mean, can I photocopy it? Am I allowed to? I would have to ask Janet. Oh, Janet, where are you? Can you do it? I have no idea where these came from. They're gorgeous though. So I also have these ones. I think these would also be fun. They're very playful. The colors all go. So, you know, like that would be the inside of the journal. Isn't that cute? I think it's cute. I think it's cute. And how many of these do I have? 1, 2, 3. Oh, see, these ones I have plenty to play with and to share. So, like, well, I mean, I don't know. Does anybody else like stationery like I do? Is this stationery or is this scrapbooking paper? I feel like it's both. I feel like it's both. So, this one is definitely stationery. I can just, no, this is stationery. Oh my gosh, look it. Look it, there's envelopes. There's envelopes. Oh my gosh. And then I can put those in the journal. I can put these in the journals anyways. I have so many of these. Look it. Whoa, and I have scraps. I can definitely share those. Okay, this might be it. I really like this one. I could put one on the front cover and something else on the back cover. Yeah? Who said yes? I like that. Thanks for helping me out. I have this one, that doesn't do it for me. This one is plaid. I've got plenty of plaid going on in my book. In this book right here, this that I just picked up. And then here's so this is just some red texture paper. It was in a book that I had torn apart already, and I was like, oh, I love it. So I pulled it out for Christmas stuff. Oh, I have some more stuff here. These are, I'm thinking I bought these from a digital kit, or on Etsy it was a digital kit, and because I used these on the Christmas for the kids last year, all these tags, but they're cute. So I can still use them and create things in the books, in the journals. So now I gotta decide what I want to do. Oh my gosh, I'm just like getting sidetracked here. Okay, I don't want these ones. I was like I looked in a different light was what happened there. I'm not really big on the music thing, but I guess that could have worked also on the inside of that. I need to just take another peek at that. But I do like my stationery idea. I really do. Let's just do the stationery idea because we've done this kind of stuff a bazillion times. But I'm gonna pull this out just in case. Just in case. I'll stick it over here, and let's figure out this. I'm gonna do that for that one, and then for this paper right here, this is gonna be the cover of the other one. Let's pick out some paper. Man, my tummy hurts. My tummy hurt yesterday too. And this is gonna be the outside. This is gonna be the inside. So let's do the front. How many do we have of each one of these? 3 each. So if I keep that in mind, I can flip through, go a little bit different. Make sure I'm on the camera. I'm not gonna be fully on there because I have stuff in my way, so I'm gonna be kind of slanted. Is that okay? And then we're gonna look at these. So we have the Santa. I don't want his face everywhere. I do like that. It's gonna be the inside. That's nice. Isn't that nice? Huh. Let's see. That's very dark. I like this one, but stuff's gonna get covered up. But although this would be nice to make the pockets with, maybe. That's really nice. I mean, it really does keep it very. It's got stripes. I do like a good stripe. I'm gonna take this one out. And the reason why is because like when I'm putting the pockets and stuff on, it gives me a nice, just solid background to play with. That's kind of why I picked that one. This one, same thing. It's a nice background, but I think I would much rather use this as pockets and cards and things at the moment. That's pretty dark. I don't think I want the real dark stuff. I do like this for the simple fact that I have to use 2 of them. I like having that in the corner. So like when you're opening your book, and then I would just have to ink this down because I'm not filling the white. Decisions. Okay, so we'll just put that aside. Ooh, that's dark too, but I do like it. Something about that green. That's pretty. I mean, again, that would be the inside of the book, right? So you're gonna have pockets on there. Is it too busy? Do the lights need to go? They can go the other way. I'm looking at it sideways. Don't forget. I'm looking at it sideways. I don't think I want that one for inside. I feel like I want to do some kind of. I want to cut around these little houses. That's what I want to do. I want to cut around them, and I want to use them on something. This one is very busy, but it just it reminds me of candy, and I love candy. So I love candy. Oh my gosh. So, and I love stripes. That's beautiful too. But it's not the one. Not the one. Gosh, I just love these pine cones, but it's not the one with this one. I definitely want to use them. Whoa, a little gnat. Did you see that? Get out of here, Knot. This is not for you to play in, this space. This space is not for you to play in. Get out. I like this green. All right. Oh, so pretty. I love this. I love this. Gosh, dang it. I mean, I really didn't want that to be. I've got to take one very decorative piece out just and see, because I might like it. And I might just have to do that for another cover, even if it's not this one. This one is gorgeous. I always think of, the bank, when I worked at a bank, I worked at Wells Fargo, and I always think of the bank that I worked at because of the Stagecoach. And this, because it's on the red and everything, it just makes me think of that. If I still worked there, this would be so cute to use to make everybody a little thank you, or a little card, a little happiness, a little bit of happiness. But we're not gonna do that one right now. It'd be nice to say I'm gonna do that for my friends that still work there, but I don't know if I'm gonna have time. I can't make promises that I cannot keep. Ooh, those pine cones are super pretty, and I think would also look good with this. I'll take one of those out. Okay, there. And now look at all this paper. So here's my thing. I have all this paper, this big paper pack. I'm never gonna use all of it. I'm never gonna use all of this. It doesn't even matter. I think I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna do with for the kids and what I need out of here. And then I'm gonna keep a few for myself, and then I'm gonna dissect this and share, because I want more paper. At the end of the day, I want to buy more stuff. But I don't want my stuff. I mean, I do. I want my stuff. I want room for it so I can get to it, and I don't need more than I need. Let's see. When I cut these out, I take my paper, and I know you can either go all the way to the edge, or you can leave a little lip. So depending on what your thingy is, now this is going to be for this paper right here, and this paper here, I chose the red, and it's getting almost all the way dry. This is going to be the inside, is what it's gonna look like. So I'm gonna use this. Oh, I got a piece of my hair stuck there. So I'm gonna put this, I'm just gonna lay it down in here. If it sticks to that, I'm not so worried. And then this is gonna be the outside of my cover. What do I wanna do for my inside? So if I did these pine cones, I would want those pine cones to be in the corner like that. So I'm gonna have that red popping through. Gotta keep that in mind, right? So I'm gonna go like this. See what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm saying? I think it's easier for me than just to go all the way to the edge. You can go all the way to the edge. I have a hard time lining things up as it is, so I prefer just to have that little bit of a border, like a little matted look. I really, really like that. Let me show you in this one again. So see, I liked that. I think it just framed out the inside. It's pretty either way. So I don't know if my pine cones are going with my bright red as much as I was hoping they would go with that. Let me get these out from behind. And then maybe what I'll do is I'll stick that like that so we can see. Is that better? Because like when you open the book, you're not going to see this, but I'll use some of this maybe inside here. This is just going to be a paper choosing video, I think. Hopefully I get to cutting something here. Oh, I had a pop-up. I can't remember if I restarted the thing. So that one, I actually do like that. I do like that. So let's stick that up there. Whoops, or back down. It flew back to me. It was like, I'm the one. I don't like it with this. So this one's out. And then I have, oh, this one right here. So now if I did this one, see, I want the holly up there. I don't care if the music goes sideways. I do like that one too. I would want to mute, I would want to like change the color of this. Let me see. Oops, oopsie-doo. Okay, let's see. I have, this is distressed oxide. This is gathered twigs. Let me just put some on my wax paper and see if this works. Let me get some water on there. Am I on camera? No, I'm not on camera. I'm going to wipe, I'm going to waste my ink because I didn't do it. I didn't do that right for you. Why would I do that? I'm going to make a mess here real quick. I want to see something. I have 3 of these papers. I have lots of music, regular music that I can use other places, so I'm going to go like this, though. Make sure I'm on the camera so you can see kind of what I'm working with. I grabbed my gathered twigs, distress oxide, and I just want to, and what I did is, on the camera here, is I put some down on my wax paper. I took some water, just some regular water. Regular old boring water, and I'm going to take a paintbrush that I already had in water there and see if this will work. I have no idea what I'm doing. This is a total tester. I mean, I've done stuff like this before, but is it going to work? I don't know. I feel like all the different paper textures are, you know, whatever they are. So maybe just go like this. I just want to give it a dye. Give it a dye. I know I can go coffee dye it, but I don't have any pre-made coffee dye, and I have this, so let's see if this works, right? And let's be honest, if I go make coffee dye, I'm going to be on a whole different tangent. I'm not going to even be doing this anymore, so I like that yellowing. Now, yeah, it's making my paper wrinkle. I can always go iron it or flatten it out with books. There's like things we can do. Let me just get this on here really quick. This might be the one we use, so I want to have it done. if you have a glass mat or a crafter's mat, I have a crafter's mat underneath all this, but I have my my cutting board, my crafting mat. Oh my gosh, I have my cutting board, can't even think of it, the big gray one that I always use, on top of my this little crafting mat thing that is that you can put like glues and different things on and wipe it off. It's a really cool mat, but I couldn't get to it, so I just put my wax paper down on top. And I have a glass mat, but it is tucked away in a drawer that is blocked by a shelf right at the moment, so that wasn't, so I wish, so I think I would like it to go more like that. There, is that gonna work? Okay, now what I want to do here is, oh, I already have a baby wipe. Let me use this one. Can I pull some of that ink off still? I don't know. Yep, I can get some light spots here. Maybe I'll like them, maybe I won't. I don't know, but I'm already playing in this, so might as well just go with it. Put that in the gluey painty water. Okay. Now this will dry, and I actually do like that. So what do you see what I'm saying? Like, isn't that pretty? This might be the one. I do have a couple more papers to try though. I have this one right here, which, no, that's not it. And then I have this one, not the right red. Okay, so those ones are not it. And I'm gonna put them all back in my book in the front here real quick, because we are just not going to be using them. And then I have this one right here, but the same thing. I wanted to age this paper, so let's age this one also really quick. Move this out of my way, and then I'm gonna get as much of that out as I can. Let me get my paper, my paintbrush. I'm just going to try and do big long strokes here. I think the longer the stroke, the easier this is to do. Faster anyways. Those little short strokes were just like taking forever. Okay, there, this is much better. And I feel like I used even less ink all around to do it. Maybe. This is really pretty. I think I'm gonna cut them both, and then, well, I already said it, like I know I'm gonna make 2 of them because I like both of these. I don't know, what I don't know is this. Lots of stuff, but mostly this. Okay, see, I wanted that edge to be a little bit more darker. So let's, I'm just gonna use my baby wipe here. And just kind of go around the edges. I mean, this is going to be cut, but I'll probably use these edges here since I'm already working them. I'm probably not doing my pad any justice by putting a damp baby wipe on there, but it's the sacrificial thing, you know, to achieve what we want. Okay. go with it. Okay. So I ended up not going to the gym because my tummy's hurting and I don't want to be at the gym with a tummy ache. And I am going later today, so hopefully it gets better. Okay, there we go. And there. Ooh, just getting it. All right, I like that. What do you think? And then this is going to be the outside. I like that. I like that. I like this too. But I really like this. I really like that. Okay. Maybe I will make one. Maybe I will make two. Who knows? But, and then, so like I said before, see, I'm getting gluey on that because that was wet. That's okay. Now, what I was saying before is that I was thinking about cutting it and then putting it on one piece because I think what happened is when I glued it, it buckled up, but I honestly can't remember. I feel like it was the one that was pre-folded now. And then I've heard people say scoring it will help me to not have that buckle. Is that true? Is it true? We don't know. But if I cut it, if I do two pieces, then I need to ink this will be the edge here, and I'll just have to cut down the middle here to get that piece. I just don't know how good how awesome my cutting is. Let's see. And not just cutting, but I mean like placement on here. What do you think? Either way, I mean, I'm gonna have to cut that down if I want that edge. So, let's see. I would rather have this on this side. And I would rather have, let me grab one of these little corners. This is another little tip for me, anyways, that I didn't think about before, but since I know I'm gonna put my corners on them, this is a good time for me to see, like, where would that corner land? You know, like if I put these on there, and I'm just gonna use these little tiny ones. I have a lot of them and I need to use them up. But where's it gonna land? Do I want it to be on that too, or completely off of it? Do I want it to be partially in there? Do you see what I'm saying? So if I don't want that on this part, I need to make sure I need to leave enough space there. Am I on camera? I need to make sure I need to leave enough space there that I'm not on this also, especially if I'm gonna stitch on this, right? But if I want that to be on there, then however big my corner is, so say I'm using a much bigger one, like this kind, this is much bigger. You know, maybe I do want that to be all the way in there. Although that's backwards. See? Maybe I do. I don't know. But I'm not using those big ones. I'm using these little ones. So with that, I know that it's going to be like that. Whoops. It's going to be like that. So I know I want at least that much space. How much space is that? We need to find out. Let's see. Let's see this ruler here. I want to make sure. I always get mixed up. Am I supposed to, does that little piece right there start the inch? Or is that the inch? So, I don't know. Why are rulers so confusing to me? Does anybody else get confused with the rulers? See, I think, like Tim Holtz, I feel like it starts right from the very beginning. Okay, let's try him then. And then we can see through it too. So I think I want, yeah, it's a 1/4 inch. So is that a 1/4 inch also? So then I think also right now is a good time for me to think, what if what kind of closure am I gonna do? I'm probably gonna do an eyelet closure because I think they work really well with these and I like them. So I need space. If I only do a 1/4 inch, I'm not getting myself a whole lot of space. So that means my punch is gonna go right through this, which it has on other ones. And it's not that big of a deal unless you don't like it. So see, like this one, I only left that 1/4 inch. So I know when I put my eyelet, it's gonna go just barely into this piece right here, which also can then interfere with my pocket, unless, depending on how I have it attached. Those are just things I've learned as I've been doing these that I remember. Since we've been working on those, I thought, oh my gosh, I never thought about that. I never thought about that. So maybe I want to go a 1/2 inch. Let's see what a 1/2 inch is. We have, at a 1/2 inch, I guess I have to go this side. I'm not putting the closure up at the top. Has anybody done that? And was it on purpose? Those are the questions I have. So we're gonna go 1/2 inch. I feel like a 1/2 inch is good. It gives me plenty of room for my thing. Now, next thing I want to think about, and there's a lot of things to think about, and I'm only thinking about this because of the journals I just did. Now I want to think about how much space in between and how big I want my pocket in here to be. Or keep in mind, if I ever want more space within my pocket, I just make it a tuck. Looks like I have more room. If I want it to be a pocket, then I have to keep in mind, I'm taking a 1/2 inch on that side, right? I'm taking a 1/2 inch on this side. So that's 1 inch. And when I close my book in half, it's gonna be 6 inches, right? So now I've shrunk it down to 5 inches. Then I have the spine, which it can't go into the spine. And then I also have to glue it, right? So I can't go into my spine. Let's do this. So we have our 12 inches, and here's our 6 inch mark. So we can't go into the spine. So we have at least a 1/4 inch there, right? And a 1/4 inch on that side. So that's a 1/2 inch. So then we have to glue it down, unless we're sewing it. Either way, we have to take into consideration. For me, I'm messy. I'm gonna take another 1/4 inch on both sides. That's another 1/2 inch. So now I've shrunk it down 2 inches. So instead of having my 6 inch, I went to 5 inches, and now I went to 4 inches. So my pocket will only be a 4 inch pocket. Is that big enough in my front? Or if it's not, then I just go to my 1/2 inch, about there somewhere. And then, well, here's my middle, right? So here's my middle. And then the 1/4 inch is gonna be, if I give myself a 1/4 inch from there, I'm gonna put this ruler right there. It'll be right there. And then if I give my 1/2 inch about right there, then I would be at about the 5 inch mark. It's gonna be probably closer to a 4 3/4 inch for a tuck spot. So I still have plenty of room, whether I do a pocket or a tuck. Does any of that make sense? Or is everybody like, what the heck are you talking about? Those are the things that I think about, that I'm like, why didn't I think of this? And why didn't I think of that? So now I have to figure out what I want to do here. I think I'm going to go ahead and just cut it with the 1/2 inch all the way around. So a 1/2 inch all the way around my thing here, except, yeah, and the bottom. So if I do a 1/2 inch all the way around, what is that? I have if this is 6 by 9 by 12, then I need an 8.5 by 11.5. 8.5 by 11.5. Let's see if I can do this. Should I do a practice paper first? Who said that? Let's do a practice paper first. My measuring skills are not great, so I think if I want to go 1/2 inch all the way around, it needs to be a, so this is a 12 by 12. That's a 9 by 12. I needed it to be 8.5 by 11.5. Okay. Now, so I did not do that right because I still only have a 1/4 inch. Oh, hello, because I was taking a 1/2 inch all the way around, right? So I would need a full inch off. Okay, 8, see? I told ya. So I need to take it down to an 8 by 11, right? All right, that's it. So I wanted to go a 1/2 inch down all the way around. I needed to take an inch off both sides. And then I would just glue that down and then fold it, or is it gonna pull? We're gonna find out, because that's what I'm gonna do, and I'm going to go ahead and sacrifice. I'm hoping I'm not sacrificing this, but if I do, and I need to make sure, so I want my 11 to be this way. Yes, 11 is gonna be that way because it's directional. And it's wobbly. Maybe I should have cut this before I painted it, but that's all right. Or inked it. So we're gonna go 11 by 8. See, and we have some cute pockets there. So 11 by 8. And then I do need to ink the edges of this. Where did that wipey go? Let's go ahead and terrorize this a little bit more, because I want the edges to be a little bit more, you know, darker. I don't even know if I'll see this or not because of the pockets, but if I do, if I end up doing lace pocket, which I kind of want to with this, just because of the pretty pattern, then I want that, all that to be inked. And I'm going over all this because I just realized that I probably didn't grab the white edge on that very well. So the back side of this is a solid white. Whoops. Now, I don't know if Paper Studio makes this, but if they don't, I wish they would. And that's a double-sided paper. So, isn't that pretty? Now, this one I'm not going to Mod Podge down. And I think that might have been what I did last time. I don't remember, to be perfectly honest. I feel like I'm going to use some of this Aleene's Tacky Glue. Oh, I'm not ready to do this yet. Whoo, settle down, lady. Now, if you remember what I said before, I was going to take this and pop it around, and then we weren't even going to see that red. So why am I worried about that red? You asked. You asked a long time ago. You're like, does she not remember? Is she changing her mind? No, I didn't change my mind. I forgot. I just forgot. But now that I like that, now that I have that red on there, do I want to keep it? Let's just see. It's just paper. Oops. So if I do this, I need to go all the way to the edge here so I can get a better tester fold. A tester fold. Okay, will this something hold it down for me for a second, please? Oops. Yeah, I didn't have to worry about all that if I'm going to do that, right? Silly, silly. Well, I just showed you a couple of different ways. Really? That's all. But I'm kind of thinking I don't know yet. The whole point of making sure that, good night, grab the right one. Make sure I'm on the camera. So all I'm doing is doing a tester. I just took it to the top there, folded it over, put my little corners on to see what's going to happen, and then put my paper on here. So my paper's not quite deep enough, and because I didn't have to worry about that, I could have went further, could have made this bigger, but it's okay. It is okay. It will work. It'll just be like barely on there. What do you think? Kind of like that. You know, and I can always change this to the front also, couldn't I? Or, you know, put one on the front and one on the back. Make it smaller? No. No, no. All right, well, this is how it's going to go, I guess. All right, this is going to have to wait before I finish. I'm not going to cut that paper yet. I want to see what's going to happen. I like it both ways, honestly. I think I'm going to do that. What's going to happen, though, is I think I need to turn it. Can't turn it around. Look at me. So what's going to happen is if this is the front, I need to make sure this whole thing covers this all the way, because that my super sloppy pieces there are not going to be happy. Well, this is a horrible tutorial on how to do this. Sorry, but I'm just like trying to figure this out too. I'm just going to go with it. I'm going to go ahead and just glue it down, and then I'm going to glue it down, and then I'm going to trim around it, and we're going to do it right now because I must know what's happening here. But I'm gonna go ahead and use my Mod Podge again. So because I have my words, I wanna make sure that I'm gonna use this side. I wanna make sure that they're semi-straight with the journal. Otherwise they're gonna be, do you know what I mean? Like they're gonna be, I don't want them to be all slanted. Well, we'll see. I don't think I got it on there as good as I wanted, but it's all right. We'll do a topper and stuff on it. See how I have air? I have some air. That's all right. That's all right. Everything's all right. I think I'm trying to convince myself. Okay. Now I'm gonna go ahead and cut up the sides of this. I have my scissors somewhere here. This might be, when it dries, since I cut it down, maybe I will go ahead and sew around the edge of this. That I haven't decided yet, but I know that's my top, and then it's gonna go this way. Look at that, isn't that cute? Now, do I let it dry first and then fold it? Maybe that's the ticket, so it doesn't start buckling. I really don't know. And then I can score it before I fold it. But this one is like this, and then I still have to put my paper here on the inside, right? So do I just put that down? Well, maybe not upside down. Put that down now. Let's just try it. What have we got to lose? So do I just get a good old glob on there, and then we will just, I'm just gonna use this Mod Podge one and I'm gonna spread it around. I should probably use one of those other spreaders that doesn't soak up all my glue. I think I'm gonna try that. Hold on, let me get more glue down here. And when I say other spreader, I'm talking about, if I have anything in here to use, who knows? Well, I have this thing right here. I just want something that's gonna spread it, and I want an even spread. Right, but I gotta go fast because it's gonna dry. This thing I got at the dollar store, I'm pretty darn sure. Look, I already tore my paper up. Okay. And then 1/2 inch, I say, we're gonna do our best. It's eyeballing. If you are like really like particular, then I would say don't follow me because I obviously didn't do it good. But you could always, okay. Can I pull that up? Ooh, ooh. I don't know. Okay, well, I'm gonna, I'm just gonna, it's just paper. It's just paper. Just settle down, Sandra. It's just paper. Okay, that piece right there off. There we go. I want it to be semi-straight. There we go. I think that's semi-straight. It's okay. It's obviously, see, it's already buckling in there, so I didn't get it all the way to the edge. Or it dried too fast because I'm slow. So I'm gonna just go back in here. Or because I ripped it up. That could be it too, right? Whoops. Jeez. So I have this glue here, and I don't want to waste it. I'm going to stick it inside of here, kind of, maybe, if I can get it in there. Clean that off. Run that down again. And I'm just running it down to get it as close to the edge as possible. And then did I say it's hospital or possible? Anyways, whatever. It is. I'm just a little bit more determined to kind of get those edges down without the buckling. And I want to see, can I do it? Okay. I say I'm not that worried about the bottom because I'm gonna have pockets, but it does interfere a little bit, I think. I was able to do my books. I was able to do them, but I did notice things. I was like, oh, I wish that would have been done a little bit better. It would have made this part a little easier. Things like that. but it wasn't like at the end of the world. Now, it is paper on paper, so I could go in there now if I wanted to, or later after this is all dries, and if I see things buckling, I can go in with my art glitter glue. That'll give me a fast grab hold, but I think that's gonna work. Now, let's see if I mingled the other side. Let's see. Oh, so good so far. I got both sides done. Now we have to let it dry and see what's gonna happen. And then this one, we were going to put, whoops, this is gonna go on the outside. And I don't think I'm gonna put the tissue on right now until I figure out that paper, but I do think this tissue is going all the way across. And, well, I guess I could do that. Yeah, it's gonna go all the way on there. This video is very long. It's gonna be edited, so I'm just gonna show you. I'm gonna give it a little bit more space than the other one because I want this one to come all the way around. And then whatever paper we use will go like that on top of it. And I think that's fine because that's gonna be so ugly. And because this paper is see-through, if I did it the other way, I mean, I can put more on there for texture, I guess. But if I did the same one like this, that green wasn't my favorite to be. No. No. We'll just do this, and we're gonna pull it all the way around, and we'll just have the green, and we'll have the texture. We'll have like lots of texture going on here. Will we like it? Nobody knows. I wanna go over and make sure my glue is all the way on that seam. And then that's gonna lay down. So nice. Oh, I'm so excited about doing this. This is the first time like I said early on, I think it was the other video, I've never actually made Christmas journals. Like, I made the stamp period pad ones, but I felt like I really tried to stay with those ones that they could be more universal. Does that make sense? Like, I guess you can use your journal for whatever you want. It doesn't have to just be Christmas, but I wanted to make a Christmas one, you know? I did. I really did. And getting it done well before Christmas is great because maybe people want a journal. I'm not the average journaler, but I'm thinking like, what am I going to do with these journals when I'm done with them? What am I going to do with them? I know I'm making 2 of them. Well, at least the covers. Oh, should I just make a bunch of covers? Who wants covers? With a bunch of Sandra secrets. That one's down. My tissue's trying to tear right there. That's gonna, so also I learned is that when it does start tearing on the corner, like I know it's gonna be hidden by those little clips, but keep in mind that it gets thick there and it gets hard, and I did find that a little bit difficult to get a couple of those clips on because of that. So I'm trying to be conscientious about getting those, even if it's tearing, just to kind of flatten it out a little bit when I'm fixing it. We are definitely not going to get the inside of this one, the paper, on this video. Absolutely not. It's not going to happen. So I'm going to do that on the next video. But we're going to try the stationery thing. We're going to get it glued down, and I may actually glue it down before the video so that I can have it sewn on. But I will definitely glue one to show you. But the one that we use will be already done. Does that make sense? I think that makes sense. I might not even, I guess I can tell you that on the next video too. So, but just to be prepared. Just so that you're prepared for my nonsense. There we go. Oh man. Okay. My sponge is definitely going into the garbage. I'm pulling off like the little spongy pieces. I want to go down this seam. I'm just going to go around my edges, my corners here. that. Now, that's the back. I mean, that's the inside. This is the inside. There's the other side. So I like it. I like it. I can see some creases happening, but that's okay. We'll work with that later, and it's going to have a topper on it. We do know that. I am going to let you go, my friends. I'm going to go and get ready for work. And I will see you on the next video. Thanks for hanging out with me. I know this was a super long process. Please bear with me on it. And I will see you on the next video. Enjoy all your moments. Have a nice day. Bye, friends.